For those who are 65 years old or over, there are about 5 to 8% population who's been diagnosed with dementia. Now, for 80 years old and over, 1 in 4. And you've heard everybody said, in fact, Hong Kong topped the table of life expectancy, right? So people getting older, living longer. So the number for old people with dementia is growing. So how does that relate to banking services? Now, when we first put the program together, I was very adamant that our staff need to understand the illness, because that has everything to do with why it relates to how we serve our customer. Johnny, next slide, please. So a lot of population out there will think, well, dementia has got to do with elderly, losing memory, but actually it's a lot more to do with that, right? So when they lose their memory, we've seen time and time again, elderly coming into the branch, taking money out in the morning, coming back in the afternoon, not even remembering they've done it in the morning. So you can just imagine, pretty soon, if they do that every day, all the money will be gone. Another trait is that they can't really communicate very well. I mean, they want to, but they just, because of the illness in the brain, it just causes them to lose the ability to communicate. Cognitive functioning, they can't understand the transaction sometimes, the statement, and also behavioral changes, imagination, hallucination. So there are instances where they come into the branch accusing our staff of stealing the money. So it is very important to understand the illness. Next slide, please. Now, one thing that we continuously promote is enduring power of attorney. That is one legal document that protects elderly wealth, right? So, I mean, all of us here can actually go to a solicitor firm today and sign an enduring power of attorney document when we have mental capacity, right? So when we have mental capacity, we like to determine one day, touch wood, should we lose it? Who would we like to look after our financial matters, right? So dementia could last for a long, long time, 8 years, 12 years, different stages. Everybody is different. But one thing for sure, when they first get diagnosed as having dementia, it's important that they actually get prepared, because it's later on, if they want to do anything, it will become very problematic. And as a bank, if anybody come into the bank with a medical certificate or with an enduring power of attorney document, what we do is we'll freeze the account. Next slide, please. So that poses a problem. So when we first designed this account, a lot of people will think, well, if somebody's lost mental capacity, why do they need a bank account? Now, I think the crux of the issue is understanding dementia means that, the elderly will lose a lot of their ability, but actually they can continue with a lot of other things. So they are active in the community, they go down, to the community, buy newspaper, go to the bank. So depriving them of that independence will have an impact on their illnesses. So this whole account is about having an enduring power of attorney so that the attorney can protect, the elderly main wealth, but at the same time, we'll open a new account for the elderly with dementia, and in their own name, right? So the attorney will move some money into this account so that, they will retain their level of independence. Hopefully, they can live with integrity, continue in some form about how they live their life. So this is what we've done in terms of elder care.